Hey there everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to change out this Rainbird sprinkler control panel. So if you just need to replace a control panel that's not working anymore, or if you're looking to upgrade your system, this is going to be a step-by-step process on how to do that. And hey, remember, I always like your support, so please like, share, subscribe, write a comment down below. Love to hear from you. So one of the first things that I'm definitely going to want to do here is, before I start disconnecting anything with this old one, is to take a couple of photos so I can see where each one of the wires are and make sure everything can line up again exactly with the new one. So I try to do this with anything when I'm taking something apart and I'm going to have to put it back together, or replacing something, with the newer model of it, is always to take some pictures, take a video of the way it looks. That way, you know where you're going to have your pictures in your video, so it'd be easier to put it all back together. All right, and of course, the very next thing I'm going to do is make sure that it is unplugged, and this one is. So I've already taken my pictures, so now it's unplugged. I'm going to be going through and taking off each one of the wires. Simple. You don't have to take the screw all the way out. You're just going to loosen it up and it pulls right out. So these are labeled 1 through 8. So those are going to be my 8 zones. So everybody's sprinkler system is a little bit different. You might only have 4 zones, you might have 6, you might have 8, you might have 10. My particular house, they installed 8 zones. So that's what these numbers are for. So got all these small wires that they have running up through this PVC that's going to my different zones. Got those done. Okay, so next you can see back there, there is one large screw. I'm not sure if that's the only one holding it on or not, but we're going to start there, see what happens when I disconnect that. So there was another one there. Just kind of slides on almost like a little picture frame would. I'm going to pull these out. And I have the old one off. Okay, here's my old one on the left, ESP-TM2. Here is the new one, ESP-TM2 controller. Looks like it's a good match. 8 stations, that's what I need. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. All right. Here's the new box. Okay, looking pretty good here. Looks like a good match, ESP-TM2. Everything looks great here. Opened it up. Has all the same stuff that I had before. Newer model, I guess, though. It adds these colors to it. Over here, you can see it's the same, just everything was in green. Now you kind of have the blue, yellow, and red. Makes it a little easier to see. Those orange wires in the yellow one, those come with the new one. So those come with some extra hardware pieces here for hanging on the wall. I do see everything matches here. So let's get it put back up there on the wall, get the wires hooked up, plug it in, and fingers crossed. Before I put this in though, I'm going to want to make sure that I get this back up in there first. Otherwise, that's going to be very difficult to do. So let's be smart about this. Can't say that I'm always the smartest on doing it. A lot of times you'll learn from trial and error that you do something like that, then you realize like, oh man, I should have done this step first. So as you go on and on, you start to get a little smarter about it. At least that's what I found. Now let's hang it up there. Pull these out of the way. There we go. Just tighten that back up. We're almost done, it seems like. I didn't even have to worry about these. Those come pre-done. They're already there. I just have to go back through and do all of these. So I'm going to review my pictures that I took, make sure I hook them back up the right way. Okay, even though I did say take a picture and I took a small video of where the wires went, I actually used that. I went back, but I realized I can't keep, especially since I'm using my phone for filming here, can't keep going back and forth looking at it. So what I did is I wrote it all down so I have it at a quick glance. And the spot that's labeled C and M. C has the white wire. M, there was no wire there. Then for stations 1 through 8, it started off with black, brown, and then they kind of did something interesting and looked like they went in the order of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Now, these over here, I don't think this matters at all. I really don't. But if you just want to be a little OCD and hook it up the same way it was before, I put a right or a left. And just like you can see here, these orange ones are on the right side. This one's on the left. This one's on the right. Just what side of the screw it was on. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to hook it up the same way that they had it before. All right. Starting off first with the white. White on the right. And these are all pretty tight. I'm going to save myself a little bit of time. I'm going to just go through and loosen each one so I have room to slide those wires in. It didn't loosen them too much, just enough to be able to slide that wire in. So here we go. White goes to here. Get it in there a little snug. Station 1, black. Last time they had it on the left. Just a couple of turns. Brown was next for station 2. Brown, they had it on the right. Again, I really don't think this matters, but doesn't hurt to do it the exact same way. The 3, red on the right. Four, orange on the right. Get that gray one out of there. So as I'm going through this, a little bit of a weird story here is not many people can say this, but my house was actually struck by lightning, and it did cause some electrical damage to certain things. This is one of them. It just, once right after that lightning struck, this wouldn't light up at all. Okay. Also had to replace my garage door opener, and it really wasn't much more than that. Just a couple of small little things in the house. We were lucky to be able to save our whole house and everything. But I did call a company that installed this, and they wanted, I think it was going to cost about $500 to come out and put this in. That was their starting point to put a new one in. They were going to charge me $155 for this. I found this particular one for, it was $112 on Amazon. So, you know, prices are going to change a little bit depending on when you buy it, but I was able to get it for $112 instead of $155. And you see how easy this is so far. Just hoping that there's not damage somewhere else. But I figured I would at least start off here. So a couple more wires to go here. We are on 5. That is yellow. It's going to go to the right. So that's why I'm replacing mine. Green to the left. Blue to the left. And purple to the left. These additional ones, very likely, in case you have more zones. Looks like they have, you know, enough to go up to 12 zones. Those we're just going to tuck away. So there's everything rehooked up. The moment of truth, folks. We're going to plug it in and see what happens. That is looking mighty good. That's a very, very good sign. So what I'm going to do now here is I'm going to go to my different zones, and I'm going to see if they actually turn on and work. Okay, this is my system here. This is the system for the sprinkler system. I had, once it wasn't working anymore, I shut the valves off. I've already opened this one. Now I have to open this one, get it in the right positions, and then let's go see if this thing works. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is manual watering. Get that to station 1. Then I got it to station 1. Just going to put it on for 1 minute. It says press this arrow, hold to start. It says it started. Ladies and gentlemen, station 1 is up and running. What a beautiful thing. All right, so this is another one of those things that the company was going to charge me $550 to start. They said it could be even more expensive depending on what was going on. I was able to do this all for $112. So if you need to replace your system, watch this video. Maybe it'll help you. All right, now I'm going to run zones 2 through 8 one at a time. Make sure that they come on too. And then I should be golden.